Welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to get into a variety of topics, but this first topic, the $10,000 or maybe even $11,000 brand new Tesla does exist today, and I'll show you exactly where and exactly how. And this does definitely got me a little bit, it got me interested in it for sure. Maybe even I sent it to a few friends because it kind of pencils in terms of the deal that it actually makes sense. So we're going to get into that plus a variety of topics. But before we do that, let's roll that intro really quick. All right, so thanks for watching another video. Thanks for watching another stream. My name is Dennis, and I love talking about Tesla hacking, as I like to call it, but basically just getting the best deal on Tesla at the best financing rate. So definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested. And today's video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link down below in the description if you want to support the channel and get access to the ultimate Tesla buying guide out there if you want to check it out. So definitely check out Patreon link down below in the description. So let's unpack this and hear me out on this one just a little bit. So shout out to Cybertruck Guy. He posted this quote, "You asked for a $35,000 Tesla, but you got a $10,000 Tesla instead. Model 3 rear-wheel drive, $245 a month, 24-month lease, and a $4,597 due up front." This is because yesterday, Tesla released plenty of specials for the Model 3 and the Model Y lease. And yes, leasing does get a lot of flack, especially on the Tesla side, because you cannot buy the vehicle at the end of the lease. So it is purely just a rental. But I kind of agree. This could make a lot of sense, especially because you can also stack down the $250 referral code credit, just like the one down below in the description, that you could then transfer probably to be a down payment for the lease as well, which would then bring it down just that much more. But let me walk you through the math here. So on a 24-month lease, when you put $4,539 down, your monthly payments are going to be $243 a month. And these great low payments are low because of a 24-month lease, or 2 years if you want to do quick math. Well, $243 a month times 24 months is $5,832 plus your down payment right there of $4,339. That brings you to a total of $10,371 a month. And yes, it is a lease, but at least that's all you're going to be paying for the 2 years of driving a brand new Tesla Model 3 rear-wheel drive, which if you're someone that's waiting for the Model 3 Highland or waiting for the Model Y refresh, but you need a vehicle now, this is arguably, this is a pretty hard deal to pass up, because it kind of makes a ton of sense, especially if you're in high cost of living areas where could be high gas, and especially if you live in a state that has incentives on a state level for buying a Tesla vehicle as well. We've got a list here somewhere. I remember seeing it the other day where Tesla released a bunch of states that have lease incentives. And yeah, especially if some of these incentives are a retro lease where you buy the vehicle first and then you get some of this money back after, you can easily see how this payment could make a lot of sense, or even pay for itself if you're able to apply some of these retro credits or before credits to the actual lease payment. Or after you're going to get the money at some point, especially if you qualify for some of these deals, then you'll be able to get it. And so hear me out here, and this is why this actually makes a ton of sense, because let's say you don't want to lease, you want to buy the vehicle yourself, you want to own it for 2 to 3 years or something like that, but you also want the Highland. Like if you buy a brand new rear-wheel drive Model 3 today, it's got a MSRP price of $38,990. Of course, you can go to inventory discounts. Right now it's about $1,000 off on various ones. Of course, you can stack it with the Tesla referral code discount, just like the one down below in the description, to get an extra $250 off. But out the door, because because you're buying the vehicle with taxes, fees, and everything like that. You're going to be like what, $44,000. And you cannot tell me that in 2 years that Model 3 is not going to lose $10,000 in value. That's 100% for sure. It's going to go from 43 at least down to like 33, maybe even like $28,000 at the rate that Tesla keeps dropping these prices. So this lease might be a hedge against any sort of bigger loss, and it really could make a lot of sense at the end of it, especially if you live in one of these states that have these incentives for these state level incentives where it's essentially going to pay for itself. Especially if you're like in Colorado, then it's going to be $5,000 over the course of 2 years or 3 years for the rest of it. But on top of that, if you live in states where the sales tax is calculated on the monthly payment and not the actual full purchase price, like states like California, you can see if we include state taxes and fees and everything, it goes from $243 a month to $279 a month. So let me know if this makes sense to you. Let me know if you agree with this. I mean, yes, you kind of are just paying a rental for it. I mean, yes, it's like a $10,000 rental for 2 years on a brand new Tesla Model 3 that is really not going to give you any sort of maintenance issues. You're not going to pay for fuel. You're going to maybe pay for wipers. You're going to maybe pay for tires. You're going to maybe pay for, or you're definitely going to pay for windshield wiper fluid, but it's going to be pretty bulletproof, not going to give you too many issues. You're going to have autopilot. It's going to save you a bunch of time on your drives. And so this could be certainly a way to do this. But there, of course, there's another way to do this if you're looking for the lowest monthly payment for your Tesla. That's where channel sponsors like Tenet come into play. Tenet is a EV or Tesla financing company that allows you to finance your vehicle in a different way. They allow you to defer a portion of the loan, maybe even that $7,500 federal tax credit, all the way to the end. This allows you to get the lowest monthly payment, and they can do this because they are a Tesla approved financing partner. So definitely check out Tenet down below in the description, and thank you to Tenet for sponsoring this video and a bunch of other videos this month. But let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know if you agree. Comment in the live stream if you've got some other pivot on this or something that definitely doesn't make any sense. But I'm certainly thinking about this because, I mean, a daily driver, a beater essentially for another vehicle, because, you know, we don't have a second car. It would be great for the family to have a second car. We don't need it, but I mean, at this prices, it could certainly make a lot of sense for driving another Tesla, another autopilot Tesla, something that we could take it on weekend cars or something like that. But let me know what your thoughts on it. I mean, these lease deals are definitely going to help this inventory situation for Tesla, and I wouldn't be surprised if Tesla Model 3s are already starting to clear out of inventory for these new lease deals. But it looks like it's having an ish effect. So maybe, I mean, because these lease deals, well, we've never really seen a 24-month lease this low. We have seen $299 payments, but at 36 months. But I mean, a 24-month lease, that's a short term. You could get into it, drive it for 2 years, and then wait for the Model 3 Highland. But